Welcome to the Mastering the Game podcast. I'm your host, Jermaine Harris. If I ask you to think about the Tom Clancy video games, which one comes to mind first? Is it The Division 2? Maybe it's Rainbow Six Vegas. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you picked any of the Splinter Cell games. But what about the Ghost Recon franchise? Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint are two of the more recent games in the franchise. While both of those games had their issues at launch, they grew a solid fan base over time. However, there is one game that doesn't get enough praise. Ghost Recon Future Soldier was released in 2012 on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. It had solid ratings at launch, and to me, it's one of the best, if not the best, Ghost Recon game that has ever been released. The story is about a team of 4 soldiers who are hunting down a weapons trafficker. Granted, the story isn't wildly different from any other military-based shooter, but there are 3 key parts of Ghost Recon Future Soldier that make it one of the best Tom Clancy games. So the first thing that's really cool about the Future Soldier gameplay is the adaptive camouflage. So there are certain points throughout the game where you're able to become camouflaged. Basically, you have to be moving fairly slowly or crouching for the camouflage to activate. I'm not sure how realistic that gear is, at least maybe not right now, but it will be interesting to see that, or really to not see that on the battlefield someday. The second most memorable part of the game is the weapon customization. I absolutely love the weapon customization in this game. Each weapon has a few templates that you can use where they make it more suitable for something like stealth or increased fire rate, but you also have the option to edit the weapons however you like. By the time Future Soldier came out, being able to choose your weapon's color was already extremely common across shooter games, but most games didn't give you the option to adjust your weapon's trigger type or its gas type, which affects the gun's rate of fire. Having such a detailed customization system is super interesting, and it's a shame that the future games didn't follow that same system. Another one of the great things about Ghost Recon Future Soldiers is the lack of microtransactions. So I recently started playing the game again, and I like that the menus are simple. When I turn on the game, I don't have to dismiss multiple screens that ask me about a battle pass or ask about buying some more in-game currency. I just get to play the game. Now, I know that this was a different era of gaming because the prices were different and the consoles were obviously different and things become more expensive. But being able to revisit Ghost Recon Future Soldier in 2023, I'm able to just enjoy the gameplay. So if you're a fan of third-person modes and third-person games, you're probably going to enjoy Ghost Recon because the weapons are satisfying to shoot and the level design is pretty solid. The storyline, like I said, is fairly straightforward. Let me know in the comments if you played Ghost Recon Future Soldier. It's a really great game to experience at least once. Thank you for listening.